Now let's head straight to the capital market now. Investors lost about 6.0 billion, the 6.04 billion naira as the NGX all-share index dipped by 0.02% amidst negative market breadth, dropping the Nigerian exchange index to a new level of 46,766.16 basis point. Equities markets closed yesterday as the all year-to-date dropped to 9.48% yesterday. Market break closed negative as Regency Alliance Insurance led 16 gainers as against 18 losers, topped by the Nigerian Police Microfinance Bank at the end of yesterday's trading sections. Well, market turnover closed positive, however, as volume moved up by 1.6% against 17.28% of this recorded the previous section. Fidelity Bank, TRANSCORP, and Guarantee Bank were the most active to boost market turnover. MTN Nigeria, Guarantee, and MTN Nigeria and Guarantee topped market value list. And while you look at the Nigerian Police Microfinance Bank leading the list of active stocks that recorded impressive volume spike at the end of yesterday's section. So let's bring in Mr. Ambrose Omodion, is Chief Research Officer, Investor Consulting. He joins us via the telephone now. Mr. Ambrose, we appreciate your time. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Now, market lost again yesterday, perhaps back from the winning streak we thought the market has returned to the previous section. So what's your take? Hello, Mr. Ambrose. Okay, well, I think we'll have to wait for Mr. Ambrose there. Looking at, I think we have Mr. Ambrose back online. Thank you for your time, Mr. Ambrose. Thank you for your time. So I was going to ask you, what's your take on the performance of the equities market at the close of yesterday's section?
Yeah, actually, I'll tell you that yesterday market was a flattish market in a mixed sentiment. The market was flat yesterday just because investors are still looking at where to put their position or what to take action, as we're expecting more companies to have their meet their corporate action dates, either in terms of payment or adjust their price for the dividend they've announced. And at the same time, all eyes are on the Q1 number for 2021. But because of the economic situation, people are still also being careful to see where the economy is also heading, in this Q2. That's why we are seeing a slowdown market. But for me, I'll tell you that the market is still making a higher low in terms of movement. But as far as the market is still in this decline stage, investors should apply their stop loss and other technical tools or indicators to know what to do. I will tell you, anywhere in the world, volatility is what creates wealth, but it is a risky period, and that is why you must play with your stop loss. That is the only way to go. Nobody should panic at the market because we are seeing this oscillation, but rather, increase your knowledge on how to take advantage of volatility, because that is the beauty of stock market anywhere. Market price must move up or down. But only that the rate it moves up is what gives a lot of investors concern. It is fast, it becomes a risky one, but when you see that it's stable and gradual, there's also another strategy to play this volatility market, which was discussed in our last master class. But I believe that investors in our market here should not panic, because we're seeing that as at the 2021 end of the year, most of the companies posted positive and robust earnings, and that will support their price. But we want to see how they are starting the new financial year of 2022 with their Q1. That is why valuation is going on in the market now. That's why there's a big kind of caution, because people are going to see the Q1 number to conclude where to jump in, knowing that this is the election year. For me, the market is not doing badly, but rather we should up our game by having those tools that help us to manage our risk.
Technically, what's the direction of the market at the moment, especially if you look at the performance of some of the sectors across all sectors at the close of yesterday's session?
No, as I said yesterday, you can see that it's only two companies were really flat. One was consumer price index that lost about 0.4 something, 43, and the industrial goods was flat. But banking sector, insurance and oil was in green. It tells you that also people are looking at, let's see the number. Despite that, yes, we're expecting markdown in that industry, in banking sector. People are taking action because payment day for them to earn money to go back to that stock because they marked down. Source opportunity. I told you that yesterday, most of the shareholders of unit banks might back to their banks to collect their dividend, robust dividend for that. Also today, we're expecting UK to do the same thing. As they're earning this morning, some of them will plug back to their position to increase their stake in the bank. That is why it is. For me, there's no time, it's not time for everybody to panic at all, because I see that, yes, caution should be applied because market is still in a decline phase, technically.
So technically, you are saying we are still in the green zone?
No, technically, why market is in a decline phase in a technically, because market has broken down the 47,000 mark of which I said earlier that once really it not enter confirm a decline phase of the market. But that does not mean that the market is crashing. Ahead of the market, and people are taking profit. Once they see positive information, it will change the trend of the market up, and that's what we're looking forward to see the first quarter result. But this is the time for people to play safe with defensive stocks.
What are some of the sectors or stocks that you think investors can play, and why should they play in that kind of market?
Well, I'm looking at we're seeing as far as we're having a construction gap in Nigeria, the construction and the building material is very good for any investor to play, because those sectors also serve as defensive for you. Because as far as they are going to grow their earnings, even when the market is shaking or this election year, I see activities in that sector to support their price. Especially stock like the construction company, they know it. I don't recommend stock online, but stock like those in that construction sector, in the industrial moguls, these are where you can put your money now. And also look the role of the telecoms. Telecoms, because every economy of the world is going digital. As they're going digital, there will be more consumption of data. That tells you that apart from the credit they are selling, data is another market. And don't forget that most of them here are also expanding their frontier, bringing a higher G5 to speaking their internet system. That also drives customer to them, because if their internet is stable and fast, this is where I see that sector is also a good one. Also, don't forget that healthcare sector is a very key sector to look at because of the nature of their product, and at the same time, because also Nigeria also are giving attention, the government is giving attention to the sector because of post-COVID-19 activities. For me, it's a good one. And also CBN has also finally also extended their 1 billion interest rate till next year. For me, it's a good one for this credit sector. And banking sector, anytime, anywhere, is the engine room of any economy. But one can play it also with information.
We saw Regency Assurance, Alliance Insurance topping or leading the gainers chart at the close of yesterday with about 3 kobo. That's about a 10% gain at the close of Wednesday's market. Livestock coming in the second place there with about 14 kobo. Multiverse are also doing very well there. But Maya again came back strongly yesterday with about 8 kobo to sustain the previous the trading sections of about 8.86% in the green. So what do you think is drawing support for this particular stock, especially with Maya?
So if you look at the stock we just mentioned, they are all local stocks, and I tell you, when investors are looking at where to look at this season, because they are local stock, little fund can equally move their price up. That's why the listed investors are the one playing this local stock as we speak now. Also, those that are technical traders, seeing that most of them are getting to their support level, and those that has potential to go up rally, they are jumping like stock like livestock. Livestock have suffered losses because they released results without dividend. It pulled back. Now it's going up because they have touched the support level. People are catching it at the low price to go up. That is for livestock. But for Regency, I tell you that we expect that the reform and the capitalization in the industrial insurance sector is likely to impact positively on their performance generally. That is, a good investor is already taking advantage of that to buy into this local stock. But I tell you that institutional investor, pension fund will not be buying into such a local stock, because if they enter, they move the price up. When they're going for that, they look at those liquid stocks that, like in banking sector, there was for that industry like the industrial goods, telecom, banking, healthcare. No way they know that. So for me, insurance will play out with time, but there are some few insurance stocks that institutional investor can play. But for now, the ones that are top, the gainer start for yesterday, I say those are those retail investors' activities.
Okay, so do you see any sign of investors selling up their position in these stocks soon?
No, there's other things that once you make profit, I say that profit taking is part and parcel of the equity market. Once you make your target, you are going to go. If you have made 10%, another 10% is 20%, 18 and 20%, you are able to take profit, and that's why the price of it was delayed because they are low cap stocks.
Now, on the flip side, Nigerian police force, of course, came back into the red yesterday, because if you look at it again, the previous day, the stock went down with about 24 kobo, and yesterday again it lost about 22 kobo, dropping to about 2 naira. So in about 2 trading sections now, the shares of MPA, Nigerian Police Force Microfinance Bank, has lost about more than 25 kobo or so, almost 25 kobo, so as at today. So what do you think it's perhaps making this stock to go down, and what do you think is the direction of this stock going forward?
People like me and also technical traders know how to trade such stock. A stock that declared the dividend of 10 kobo and bonus of 1 for 9 or 2 for 9. That stock is looking for a support because they are announced the bonus. People that have entered lower price at a touch 2 naira, like 51 kobo, they took profit and they brought the stock there. Then you now targeting when will you enter? Is it at this 2 naira or 5 kobo or at 1 naira or 90 kobo? That is why market look at it today and they start jumping in, because also the closure date for the stock is still ahead. I see that it's an opportunity for people that want to take advantage of the bonus and the dividend to buy into the stock. That means even from now and advance up, it's just market sentiment that is present. The company performance for 2021 was excellent, but that their payout was a bit below expectation, because they have any pressure that they are likely to pay, especially like 20 kobo. And for now, they are giving 10 kobo with a bonus of 1 for 9, 2 for 9. That tells you that we expect the market to react at the appropriate time, because when they are towards the mark mandate or position date, the price will also inch up.
It's all right. Let's look at today's trading. It's the 4th trading day of the week, and of course, just one more day to go. So what's the direction for today and for the rest of the week as we wrap up now?
For today, I told you that we expect that there are some stocks that will be adjusted for their dividend, stocks like MTN. And when such happen in the market today, it might likely to pull the stock down. But let's expect a mistrend for this week. This week and today, as you said, today is Thursday. For the rest, let's expect a mistrend. But as from next week, we'll start seeing a K1 number coming from the early filers. It might decide to change the trend of the market.
Well, on this note, I want to thank you very much, Mr. Ambrose Amodin, is Chief Research Officer, Invest Data Consulting Limited. Thank you for your time on Business Breakfast.
Thanks for having me.